Let me ask you something. Have you ever had a woman look at you like you were the only man alive? Not because of your looks, not because of money, but because of something deeper. Something in the way you moved, the way you spoke, the way you carried yourself. That pulled her in, and she didn't even know why. That, my brother, is the power of emotional triggers. Not manipulation, not games, not fake confidence, but understanding the silent codes running in her mind and knowing exactly how to activate them. Today, I'm giving you the Stoic man's guide to mastering the 10 female emotional triggers that awaken her obsession without ever begging for attention. Let's dive in. Trigger 1. Emotional contrast. The first trigger? Emotional contrast. Most men are predictable, flat, safe. They try to be nice all the time, thinking consistency will win her over. But what she craves is contrast, not drama, not chaos, but the ability to make her feel different emotions in fun interaction. Make her laugh, then pause and go serious, be playful, then look her in the eye and get deep. Why? Because women aren't addicted to comfort. They're addicted to emotional movement. If she feels like she's riding a wave when she's with you, she'll keep coming back for more. Stoic reminder. Be calm, but not flat. Be grounded, but dynamic. Trigger. 2. Subtle mystery. You know what destroys obsession? Overexposure. When you tell her everything, reveal every thought, answer every question before she even asks it. Women don't fall for the man who's fully known. They fall for the man who's half seen. Why? Because the mystery keeps her imagination active. The space between what she knows and what she feels is where obsession grows. So let her wonder. Don't post everything. Don't explain yourself. Don't always tell her where you're going or what you're doing. Stoic principle. A man who keeps a part of himself hidden without fear is deeply attractive. Trigger 3. Challenge her mind. Here's the truth. Women are used to being complimented for their beauty. But if you want to trigger obsession, challenge her intelligence. Don't just say, "You're hot." Say, "That idea you just shared? I like where you were going, but here's what you missed." Now you've done 2 things. You showed you're not intimidated by her looks. You triggered a deep need for mental validation. You made her want to prove herself to you. And that shift changes everything. Stoic frame. A high-value man doesn't flatter. He sharpens. Trigger 4. Controlled jealousy. Let's get one thing straight. Jealousy isn't always toxic. In small doses, it's powerful. When you subtly show her that other women notice you, you awaken something primal in her psychology. She starts to feel, if I don't claim this man, someone else will. But here's the key. Never brag. Never gloat. Never try too hard. Just mention it once and let it sit. Her mind will do the rest. You don't need to say, "Other girls want me." You say, "It's funny, the bartender was overly friendly last night." Boom. Message received. Stoic reminder. Don't play games, but do show her your value is recognized beyond her world. Trigger 5. Unshakable composure. Nothing triggers feminine obsession like masculine calm. When she's emotional, when things get intense, when chaos is in the air and you remain unmoved, she doesn't just notice it, she feels it in her nervous system, because in that moment, you're not just a man, you're a safe space. You become the calm center she can lean into, and most men, they either react or run. But the Stoic man, he absorbs, he grounds, he leads. That's unforgettable. Masculine law. If she can't shake your calm, she'll never forget your presence. Trigger 6. Purpose before her. This one will sound counterintuitive, but the more you prioritize your mission over her, the more she feels pulled toward you. Why? Because women don't fall for men who orbit them. They fall for men who orbit something bigger. When your life has structure, when your vision is clear, when your time has value, she feels the tension of earning a place in your world. And that tension creates craving. Stoic truth. She doesn't want to be the center of your life. She wants to join the man who already has one. Trigger 7. Small doses of approval. Here's where most men go wrong. They give compliments like candy, every day, every hour. You're beautiful. You're amazing. I'm so lucky. It becomes white noise. But what happens when you pull back and give praise like it actually means something? Now every compliment feels earned, and when she earns your approval, she'll crave more of it. You don't say you're sexy every day. You say it once, with intent, with stillness, with eye contact, and that one moment, she'll replay it in her mind all night. Stoic tip: your approval should feel like a rare reward, not a routine. Trigger 8. Sexual tension. Without touch, there's a secret art, and it's called making her body react without laying a finger. You do this with eye contact that lingers just 1 second too long, speaking slower when you say something charged, silence after a bold statement. That space between what's said and what's felt builds tension, and when you don't rush to relieve it, she'll start to anticipate you, obsess over you, crave your next move. Why? Because women don't get addicted to physical touch. They get addicted to the buildup. Stoic power. The space between your words carries more heat than the words themselves. Trigger 9. Walking away calmly. You want to know what really burns into her memory? When you walk away, not out of anger but out of self-respect. When you say, this energy isn't right, I'm not going to force it, and you leave. Silently. You don't beg. You don't chase. You don't explain. You exit with peace. And in that stillness, she'll feel the echo of your absence louder than any words. Because you didn't try to convince her. You made her feel what life is like without your presence. Stoic wisdom. Sometimes the most powerful move is not staying, it's walking away with grace. Trigger 10. Depth without desperation. And finally, she's not obsessed with a man who shows emotions. She's obsessed with a man who feels deeply, but holds it with strength. You don't tell her your childhood trauma on date 1. You don't cry every time something goes wrong. But when you speak about life, when you talk about purpose, when you show her that still, calm fire in your soul, she'll feel your depth, and because it's rare, she'll value it. Stoic truth. Depth doesn't mean oversharing. It means being rooted in who you are and revealing it slowly, like a book that only gets better with each chapter. So here's your mission. Don't try to be more charming. Don't fake confidence. Don't beg for attention. Instead, become the man who understands emotional gravity, who knows how to speak without words, who leads with calm, who stays rooted in himself. That man, he doesn't hope women like him. He chooses which woman gets access, because he knows. Attraction isn't about forcing her to want you. It's about awakening what was already hidden inside her. And when you do that, she won't just want you, she'll obsess over you. If this hits you deep, like, share, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Which trigger have you used without even knowing it, or which one are you going to master next? This is more than dating. This is inner mastery. Stay grounded, stay stoic, and remember, she's not looking for a perfect man. She's looking for a man who knows who the hell he is.